Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that have been subscribed to me for a minute now, welcome back guys. And for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. Today is going to be about this beautiful everyday look that I love doing. A look like this I would probably do just to chill out with my friends, you know, go shopping, just doing something super low-key. This is probably the look that I would generally go for if I'm in the mood for makeup. But yes, another thing that I do want to touch upon is this lovely install that I have going on right about now. I installed this hair using Eullahair, which is a company off of AliExpress. I will leave the information down in my description box below. If you guys have any questions about this hair, please leave it down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. So yeah, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That would be greatly appreciated. But I'm not gonna ramble. If you guys would love to see how I achieve this look, please stay tuned. Okay guys, so right about now I'm just applying the Anastasia brow powder in the shade Chocolate to my brows using the number 12 Anastasia brow brush. And I'm just kind of applying the product all throughout the brows. So right about now, I'm just going to go ahead and apply the Anastasia Dipbrow Gel in the shade Chocolate once again. And I'm just going to apply that all over. So now I'm just applying the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer in the shade 410. I generally like a really nice bright highlight underneath my brows. So I'm just going to keep this particular concealer shade underneath the brow. I am not going to apply it above. Because we're not really going for that halo brow look. So we're just blending that out using the Sephora collection brush, contour highlight brush in the number 80. It's the Pro Contour Highlight. But you could use basically any brush of your choice, any blending brush of your choice, just to blend that product out. Doing the same thing on the other brow. So right now I'm just applying the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Amande. This particular shade is a bit closer to my complexion, so when it comes down to applying my foundation and stuff, like, you're not really gonna see that halo effect to the brows. We're not going for that in 2020. No halo brows. You want it to look as natural as possible. So if you want that effect, try to go for a concealer that is closer to your complexion for the top part of your brows. If you want more of a highlight underneath your brows, go for a lighter color. So just to mention again the shade that I'm using the color Amande. Alright guys, as you guys probably saw at the beginning of the video, my face had a little bit of a white residue to it, but that was because I primed my face before starting my makeup. So I first used the Milk HydroGrip Primer, and I also did use the Tatcha Silk Canvas Filter Finish Protective Primer, and that's going to just help with pores. The foundation that I am using right about now is the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation in the shade 76, using just a kabuki brush from Sephora collection. I genuinely love this foundation. It gives you a full coverage finish, matte. I am more of an oilier skin type, so I find this foundation really helps to control my oils throughout the day. And it's super long lasting. So if you guys are definitely looking for a full coverage foundation, yeah, Kat Von D, that's the stuff. You just want to also make sure that when you are applying full coverage foundations, that you are blending that product down your neck. No floating heads. I always say this all the time. We don't want no floating heads. So make sure that you do apply your foundation down your neck, so we have a seamless finish. Okay, so right about now, I am basically using that same Sephora collection kabuki brush and applying the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Loose Powder. I absolutely love this powder, guys. Once again, if you are oily, this is going to be like your best friend. I'm not buffing in the powder. I'm just pressing it into my skin. And this essentially kind of holds my foundation throughout the day. I'm not putting too much of it because you don't want to look like Casper the Ghost, but just enough just to set that foundation, I find really helps. So now we're taking that same concealer that we use underneath our brows, the L'Oreal Infallible in the shade 410, with a flat concealer, and I'm just going to apply that underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, chin, and my forehead. Just to highlight my face. For some, this might be a little bit too bright, but as I said at the beginning of the video, you can always substitute your products to what makes you the most comfortable. If you're looking for more of a natural look, you can always go for a color that is a bit closer to your complexion. But I definitely love a bright highlight. So the shade 410 from the L'Oreal Infallible collection is a shade that I genuinely love. So to blend that out, I'm going to use my beauty blender. Excuse my beauty blender. It is not clean right now. Please don't take note of that, guys. Make sure that your beauty blender is clean before application. And you also want to make sure that your beauty blender is slightly damp. I think that is something a lot of people do not know. Your beauty blender has to be damp in order for you to get the effect that you desire. And we're just going to blend that highlight out. So you're now going to see me apply the Laura Mercier translucent powder to the areas that I have highlighted. So as I said before, underneath the eyes, bridge of the nose, cupid's bow, chin, forehead, those are all areas that I'm going to take that translucent powder and set. I'm also just going to press and add a little bit of powder. We're not really going to bake anymore. That's kind of like a thing of the past. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So now I am taking the Kat Von D Locket powder. Unfortunately, guys, this powder is discontinued, but she does have other powders that you can use. I've just never used them. But I am using this as my bronzer slash contour. I love the fact that it kind of gives me a bit of warmth to my complexion. So I am basically applying that to the hollows of my cheekbones, kind of hairline, and right now I'm just kind of like pinching the brush and just applying it to my nose to give a very soft contour using my powder brush. So right now I'm just basically using the Fenty bronzer in the shade Coco Naughty. In comparison to the Locket powder that I was just using, it does have a bit of a cooler tone to it. So I'm just going to kind of use that underneath the bronzer. And now I'm just kind of cutting my contour a little bit. I'm using the Sasha Buttercup powder with my beauty blender. Right now I'm just applying a little bit of blush from Sleek Cosmetics in the shade Life is a Peach. So to prevent that super harsh line, I am going to quickly go ahead and just kind of like brush away that powder. The longer you leave it, the more harsh it becomes. So you can definitely use it to kind of give a more chiseled look, but make sure that you are kind of brushing away that powder as quickly as possible so that you don't get those super duper harsh lines. It's just to kind of create a little bit of definition to the face. All right. Liner time. We are going to go ahead and use the Sephora Collection waterproof liner, and I do like my wing liner quite thick. I have really tiny eyes, so I find like it really brings out my eyes when I do a thick liner. So we're just going to fill that in. So for mascara, guys, I am going to be using the Marc Jacobs Omega Lash. I'm going to be wearing lashes, so I don't really care what mascara that I'm using. So now you're just going to see me going in with my LA Girl concealer and just kind of cleaning up my liner. I made a little bit of a mistake, so I'm just kind of like sharpening up that line and cleaning it up. Using that same blending brush to just kind of blend that out. So I went ahead and applied my lashes off camera. Right now, I'm just using a highlighter from Laura Mercier in the shade Warm Bronze. This is a product that is no longer being sold. I don't know why, because it's super pretty. It's basically like a loose highlight, but you can use any highlight of your choice. We're going to be applying that to the highest points of our cheekbones, Cupid's bow, bridge of our nose, chin. If you just want to keep it simple, you can just keep the highlight just on the highest points of your cheekbones and yeah, keep it simple. So now I'm just going to seal the deal with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This stuff will have your makeup sitting for literally hours on end. After that, I'm going to go ahead and take the Kat Von D Lash Liner in the shade Trooper Black. And this is a liquid liner that is actually recommended for your waterline and tight lining. This is the only liner that will stay put for me and not run. This is some good stuff. So now I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with the Makeup Forever liner in the shade Limitless Brown. This pencil can be used for your brows and your lips. You can do whatever you want with it, but I absolutely love it as a lip liner. So after I've lined, I'm just going to go ahead and take a brush and just kind of like blend out that liner into my lips. Because I don't really want that harsh liner effect to my lips. So on my lips, I am using the NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Sandstorm. I'm applying that to the center of my lips, blending that bad boy out. Now, I did apply another lip stain, but there's no point in me saying it because it's no longer being sold. I'm sorry, guys. So for gloss, I'm going to go ahead and use the Sephora collection Glossy Gloss in the shade 26. And this is kind of going to give me a little bit of a shine to the lips. Nothing too crazy. And to finish it off, I just love applying a beauty mark. So I'll take my liquid liner and create that. I am applying the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara to the bottom of my lashes. I really love the effect that it gives. So yeah. All right, guys, that is pretty much it. We're all done here. So see you guys in the next video.